Get in there.
Couldn't find it? You're up for a couple of big awards, Art and Lindsay. There's one mean more to you.
No, I didn't take either, but I think guys always tell you, fellow player, always means something. Not taking away anything away from my heart, but to have that respect from fellow players that you compete against, I think that's pretty special.
Big day for the Hockey Hall of Fame. 2 women nominated. Your thoughts on women in that?
I just got here, so I've been flying all day. I don't even know.
Yeah, 2 women, Candy Granado and Angela James.
Okay.
Pioneers of the women's league.
Good for them. Tony's sister, so no, that's great. I think that's something that obviously is important. Women develop the game as well. And for them, congratulations as well. Being the first one in that.
And Dennis Cicerelli as well. Was a long time waiting.
Yeah.
Remember him playing golf?
A little bit. Yeah, I remember him pretty feisty and always in front of the net. When I think of him, I always think of a guy who's competed hard and scored a lot of goals right around the crease. So that's what I remember about him.
So can you just talk about being back in Las Vegas and kind of how the awards are different now that they're in Las Vegas?
Yeah, it's my first time here. I've never really seen it, so first time to Vegas, period. So we'll be interested here in a couple of days, but I'm excited to see what it's like.
First time to Vegas, what's advice? Pace yourself? Is that the key? Is that what you're like?
I've been here for 2 days, so hopefully I'm sure that'll be enough. I'm pretty sure that'll be enough.
Sid, what are these events like to spend time with some of these guys that you battle against every night, see them off the ice, maybe build some relationships with them?
It's good. I mean, bump into guys here and there. I think for the most part, everything happens pretty quickly. I think just to be here, to be nominated, and see guys be recognized for their great seasons, and not just players, coaches, everybody. I think that's a special thing to be here, and everyone wants to celebrate it. I think that's the fun part, just seeing guys recognized for the great seasons.
Do individual awards ever make up for the lack of team success when you're out in the second round like you were this year, which is obviously a surprise?
Jeez. Yeah, second round.
So third.
No, I was second, but I didn't think it's second round.
Well, no, but when you're defending Stanley Cup.
Yeah, no, I agree. We want to win every year, but I think certainly that's what you play for. I mean, there'll be 20 other teams represented. You're going to be jealous to see Chicago in the Cup. I think that's normal, but I guess you probably look at this as a bonus. I mean, you don't play the game for those, but it's nice to be recognized if you do have a good year. So I think that's the way you look at it. But like you said, that's not what you play all year. You play all year. You play for the trophy that you got.
The first time you won it, were you nervous going up, and are you relaxed that you've already been a league MVP or a Hart Trophy winner? Does it matter?
I mean, even going in last time, I was happy to be nominated, and if it worked out that way, great. But if not, I wasn't going to judge my season on that. I think ultimately you can always evaluate your season at the end and be pretty honest with yourself if you're happy or if you're not. I think that's the best way to do it. But if these things come with it, then it's great. So I don't think you always evaluate this on an individual trophy, but usually when you're nominated, you had a pretty good year.
What did you do with your unexpected time off?
Just try to rest. I mean, the last few years have been hockey, and haven't had summer, the last few summers to really gain a lot this summer. So tried to make the most of the month I had, and started back training, a little bit fishing and golfing. But now that things are starting to roll along, I'm looking forward to get back at it and get back in shape.
How would you rank this season compared to your others?
I think my second year, I had that big year. This year I felt like I was pretty consistent. I was Probably one span, I think, when 8-10 games that were pretty tough. But besides that, with the Olympics and with those kind of things, I felt like I was able to stay in it pretty good. And there's some times that were tougher, but I think as a team we kind of helped each other through it. We're all feeling that at certain points in the season, but I felt like we stuck with things, and considering what we've gone through the 2 years past, did a pretty good job of keeping it together throughout the season with the injuries we faced.
Sidney, I asked this of the other. Sorry.
Going back to the fatigue thing, since the end of the season to now, did it seem even harder than you might have expected? Did you wake up one day and say, wow, I just realized now physically how tough those past couple of years were?
I don't know. I didn't really think like that. I was probably I tried to make the most of it. I was good for lives, just stay away from work. Didn't watch hockey until Game 5 at times. It was important for me to be able, but the second I turned on Game 5, so maybe for a couple of weeks I tried to make the most of it. But after that, I think this is what we do. I'm sure we're both surprised to be there, to be honest. I'm sure nobody would have. The Galaxy's not a shoo-in for that, but I'm sure nobody would have believed that he's going to get close to that with the consistent scores. So, no, it's just one of those things. I mean, you get confidence during the year and you're on the roll. Get some bounces here and there. I mean, he's got a great shot. You've got to be consistent at the end of the day. You've got to be consistent. Stay healthy. You need some work to do that. Probably says a lot, but most players it says a lot. It's not easy. Yeah, I think everyone's going to respect him right away. I mean, not that you wouldn't. The second coach walks into the room on his first day, everyone respects him right away. I think he's going to really show you guys your hands prepared. I'm sure already he's come through pretty quickly, but at the same time, he's one of your he's got a great opportunity there. So, my 2 years were mostly prepared with him and expect him to do well.
Sidney Myers either has Richard Bookman out to
Yeah, I'm really glad that they had 5. I know that he's a winner. He's won everything he can possibly win. And a leader on and off the ice his whole career. He's a great player, and it's always sad to see guys retire, but the career he had.
The other 3 candidates for the Hart, and compelling arguments could be made really for all 3 of you. It's not a shoe-in, maybe like a lot of people said it was last year. Henrik Sedin said he doesn't think he has a shot at all. If I were to ask you, do you think you should win?
I would say the same thing he said. I don't think I have a shot, but that's the way it is. I think when you're looking at guys in this position, and guys who try to be consistent, sometimes we're our own worst critic. Maybe that's why you're able to put little streaks together during the season and things like that, or not get overconfident and things like that. But at the end of the day, I think just to be mentioned with those guys, I'm sure they'll tell you the same. Just to be mentioned and to be in that group, it says a lot. It says a lot about your year. And, at the end of the day, there's 3 pretty good seasons there. The way it ends up is always ends up. But I don't think anyone would be hanging their head about their season with whatever the result is. Do
you buy into the argument that perhaps you didn't have the support staff that maybe Alex Ovechkin did in Washington?
I didn't question anything. I mean, you can always question things, but a season is a season, and you're going to deal with different things. You're going to deal with injuries. You're going to get bounces. I mean, there's times where you have great games, but you get great passion, and maybe score a goal or whatever the case is, but consistently produce and play well throughout the season is not easy, and that's why the 3 guys are are there. They were able to do that. So, like I said, I don't think anyone's going to change their season based on that.
Sid,